priest stands with a former death row inmate released after being falsely accused. Today, the duo in Nebraska are speaking at local churches. They are urging voters to make sure the death penalty does not come back to Nebraska. Reporter Emily Zink has the story.
I came within 3 days of being executed.
Ohio native Joe D'Ambrosio never had a run-in with the law. That was until he was arrested for murder at the age of 26 in 1988.
Take your worst nightmare and multiply it by 1 billion, and you still wouldn't even be close to it.
D'Ambrosio says he was falsely accused.
And I thought me being innocent would be the cloak that would protect me, and it didn't.
In 1989, D'Ambrosio was sentenced to death. He spent years on death row waiting to be executed.
Because once you're convicted and you put on an orange uniform, nobody believes the dead man walking. I didn't believe him until I proved it for myself.
Father Neil Kakuthi, who is also an attorney, took a chance on D'Ambrosio. He uncovered withheld evidence that proved his innocence. After 21 years on death row, he was released.
This can happen to you, or your children, or your grandchildren, and you're powerless.
This week, D'Ambrosio and Father Kakuthi are in Nebraska speaking at churches as part of the Nebraska Catholic Conference's efforts to get voters to vote to retain the death penalty repeal on November 8th.
And this is absolutely 100% not necessary to protect our streets and our homes and our children and our families.
Catholic bishops of Nebraska say justice requires punishment, but it does not require those who have committed serious crimes to be put to death.
It's a human issue because when we literally denigrate the dignity of our brothers and sisters, we denigrate the dignity of ourselves.
Emily Zink reporting. The men and a few other guests will be speaking at St. Cecilia Cathedral tonight at 6:30. The time